Hello, everyone. My name is Hugo. I'm going to talk a little bit about some tools and integrations that kind of help and enable more developers to build dApps on Filecoin. I should say this work is funded by Phil Ponto and the Filecoin Foundation. So a little bit more information about me. I've been working on the protocol app stack for a while now. Yeah, you have my handle there if you want to connect. And I'm going to start with the first one. So this is like a JavaScript library. This is like a core low-level package with a bunch of abstractions for Filecoin, as you can see, like token, wallet, address, message, and a couple of others. It's already being used in the MetaMask Filecoin wallet that I'm going to talk a little bit more, and also in the Ledger Live Filecoin app. So yeah, all of the other tools that I'm going to talk about have this one as like the base layer. It's like the core library that I use for the other ones. So this one is kind of a side tool, it's more for testing, but it was very useful for the MetaMask wallet that I'm going to talk about in a second, but can be reused for any dApp developer that wants to actually test the dApp interacting with the extension. This is very useful because it actually runs the thing that the end user is going to run. So it's not like a mocked environment, it's actual browsers, actual extensions, and you can interact with them in your tests. So this is like an example. This is very focused on MetaMask and also like the MetaMask snaps, but already supports other wallets. So you can test multiple injected providers. So if you want to test if your dApp works well with MetaMask and Rainbow wallets all installed in the same browser, you can test that use case. And it can also be easily changed to kind of focus on other wallets and support the APIs from other wallets. So the first high-level tool that I'm going to talk about is FileSnap, or the Filecoin wallet on MetaMask. So I don't know if you guys ever interacted with MetaMask snaps. So it's kind of a way to extend MetaMask beyond Ethereum and EVM. So this is why we went with snaps to kind of add support for native Filecoin in MetaMask. And now you can actually have your native Filecoin accounts and you can access them through the MetaMask extension that most people in this ecosystem already have installed. You can actually interact with the native blockchain through the MetaMask. So this is like a screenshot from like the MetaMask has this like directory for all the snaps. You can find the Filecoin wallet there. There's descriptions and ways to add it to your browser and your extension. This is like two screenshots of what happens in a dApp that integrates the Filecoin wallet or the FileSnap. The dApp can actually ask the user to install and then ask the user to connect. So the connect step is very similar to the normal connect wallet flow that all the dApps have. But instead of going to the main MetaMask account, which is EVM, it goes to the native Filecoin one, and you get all the information on there. Your address, your account, derivation path, a bunch of information to approve if you want to connect or not, all the normal flow that the users are accustomed to. The one big thing that it's probably going to, or not probably, it will change in the future, and I'll talk about it in a bit, is the snap system was limited in the beginning when we first shipped the first version of FileSnap because it did not have a UI component. So it needed a companion dApp, and this is the current companion dApp. You can go to that link and you can see it. So for the user to see like the address, the balance, and interact, do some transactions, send some funds, there was no way to do it in the extension. You needed the dApp on the side. So this was the solution, building up the companion dApp. But now the MetaMask shipped a bunch of UI improvements and new components, and now we will be able to actually have what the users expect, which is have your balance, your address, and all the information about your account inside the extension and not in some dApp, which may or may not be like the trust model that you want to have in that specific flow. So around the Fill Snap, there's a bunch of packages. So the first one is the actual snap. That's the thing that gets installed inside your MetaMask extension. There's the adapter one, which is what the dApps use to interact with the snap. And there's also some React hooks to make the developer's life a little bit easier. So they are accustomed to these React hooks and makes everything easier to use the snap inside the React app. There's a bunch of other links for documentation, for the GitHub repo that you can look into. So this is what comes next. I already have like a version of this. So this is what I was talking about. In the beginning, we had no way to do this. We needed the companion app. But now, this is not shipped yet. It's going to be in the next version. But now we can have that. So we can see the address, the balance. We can even render a QR code all inside the extension, but coming from the snap, which is sandboxed and is specific to Filecoin. What else comes next for this Fill Snap? There's going to be more interactive UI. So hopefully we can get all the functionality that now we have in the companion app. We will be able to move all of that into the extension. So hopefully either we figure out some other features that we put into the companion app, or we just get rid of it completely because we don't need it anymore. Everything will be in the extension, and that's where most users see as a secure place to do things around funds and transactions and their accounts. Other interesting things are there's going to be some new transaction insights that when you initiate a transaction or a signature, you can have extra information about it inside the extension, as you also have when you do a normal EVM transaction. There's going to be some companion dApp improvements. As I said, it depends on how the feature set is going to evolve a little bit. And the last two are kind of interesting because up until now, the dApp was in control of the account through the derivation path. But you can only have one account active at one time, and it's hard to change. The dApp developer needs to build up the UI to change the account. It's very complicated. So hopefully we're going to improve the situation and actually enable multiple accounts inside the extension as a normal MetaMask has. You can just click the top down and change the account and connect to the new account. You can have multiple accounts connected to one dApp. Hopefully we can get the same flows in the Fill Snap. And the last one is very interesting because this is something that MetaMask just shipped, which is some UI components for file inputs. This is still early days. I just looked through it. I'm not sure the full capabilities that these new components have, but hopefully can enable storage flows. So we can actually upload files directly from the Snap and the MetaMask extension. I was just talking with some people from Web3 Storage and Storacha, and maybe we can even log into Web3 Storage with the Snap, save a UCAN there, and then all the other apps that connect with the Snap can upload directly to Web3.storage without interacting with them directly. They can just go through the Snap because it's already there. It's already an extension that the users have installed. So some other work besides MetaMask and Snaps and around the ecosystem is to improve the current situation of Filecoin. This is going to start with the chain agnostic. We need to improve the Filecoin namespace and all these chain agnostic IPs. They're outdated or non-existent at this point, and this impacts a bunch of other tools that rely on those to support blockchains. As I said, an example is Wallet Connect. We need the namespace to be proper, so Wallet Connect can support Filecoin properly in all the kits they have, and in the cloud accounts, we need those so we can interact with Wallet Connect and support Filecoin. Another two are, we're going to try to improve the connect to a ledger wallet flows. There's already some tools, but we want to build up some higher level tools so the developers don't need to rewrite. Right now, one good example of this working is Glyph. But if you go into, I don't know if it's public, but there's a lot of code that they needed to write to support this. We want to wrap it into a nice, easy package that the users can just import and embed in their own apps and have access to a ledger wallet easily without too much code. So this will be reusable by all the dApp developers. There's a little bit of work in VM to improve the Filecoin support. There's some outdated stuff there. There's some API types that we should add for Filecoin-specific smart contracts, like the fill forwards, just to make everything easier for the developers. They get the types, they get the auto-completion in their editors. Everything should be easier for them if we manage to do this stuff, which it's not much at this point. And at the end, using everything that I just talked about, I think the end goal here is to kind of build kind of Filecoin Connect, right? So this is what Glyph shows if you go there and click the Connect button today. And they needed to write a bunch of code just to make this happen. What we want to do is have like the Wallet Connect there, which is like from Wallet Connect, and everything else should be also as easy as importing a JavaScript package, and you get all of that. So the ledger, the fill snap, hopefully some kind of way to do the swapping between Filecoin native and EVM without having the burdened wallet that you see there, and doing that conversion manually, transfer to the burner wallet and then to the EVM, and if you want to get it back to the ledger, you need to go back again. Some kind of way of kind of building a swap UI or a swap similar UI to do that in an easy way that it's embeddable and reusable by dApps. And through this work, hopefully, we'll be able to build up a bunch of example dApps that the developers can just base and get started with, and make their lives easier and make more dApps happen for the ecosystem. And yeah, I think that's about it from me. Thank you.